love the album. Just want to say that.
Thank you very much. It's kind of you.
Okay, cool. I really like it a lot. So this started with you, if I have it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I started the first Antlers record. I was probably 21.
Okay.
And I was recording stuff before that under different names. But the first Antlers record I was probably about 21, and then the first record we officially released was Hospice, and the three of us self-released it, and then toured on it for a long time. It's basically essentially a record about like psychological abuse and guilt and things like that.
But there's a massive story behind Hospice.
The record is based on a relationship, and it's sort of told through this analogy of a hospice worker and a patient. It's kind of the two members of the relationship, but kind of characterized as a caregiver and a patient.
Which one were you?
Caregiver. And it basically tells about the way that relationship falls apart.
So you had a extremely high maintenance girlfriend.
There it is.
To put it in the most crass terms possible.
Yeah.
No one ever has to know it. And then tomorrow, turn 21, we'll script another show.
Did the girlfriend ever hear the album?
Yep.
What was her response?
She wasn't happy about it, to say the least.
So you don't think she's walking around with a vinyl copy of the album saying, "I'm the patient in this
No,
hospice"?
quite the opposite. The last I talked to her was when the record was still very much happening, very much like a big thing, and she was telling me that her friends were hearing the record and listening to it and telling her about it, and she was playing dumb.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I mean, she's characterized as like a monster on that. I don't think she really wants anyone to think of her that way. I wouldn't.
Every time we speak, you are spitting in my mouth.
Did you feel when you guys were going back to make the second record that you needed to make Hospice Part 2?
No, I think we were feeling like we needed to not do that. After 2 years of touring on Hospice, I think we wanted to go to, go into something a little bit lighter feeling, a little more optimistic and exploratory. So we just set out to see what happened, see what we came up with.
But it still is, for lack of a better term, a little bit mope rock. Do you worry about being classified as a sad band?
I think the idea with this record was to hold on to who we are as a band, but
Are you a sad guy?
No, I'm not a sad guy. But I think it was about Hospice being. It is a really sad record, and I think to put out something on the one hand that was completely miserable again would not have been an accurate portrayal of where I'm at, and to put out something completely 100% happy would also not.
Concentrating on lyrical content, certainly with something like Hospice, where it's basically a novel set to music, if you will. But I think there's people clearly latch on to the lyrical content and decide that's if it's a sad song or not. But I think as far as the musical content, there's, if you kind of just let yourself go with that, I don't think people are ending up in a dark, morose place. We want to explore the gamut of emotional content. We're not just stuck in sad town.